All right, just leaving red carpet. I was thinking of a few things I wanted to talk about. You know, I was standing there watching these guys work here at Red Carpet. And, you know, my son, I think this is my son's first job. I don't know, 8 years ago or so. It's been a while. But this is where he got his start. But this Red Carpet has been around forever. Man, I remember when I was just a little kid, my mom brought me here, and she didn't get it vacuumed. We actually went through the wash. And I remember getting out. This is back when, damn, I don't even think they had, I think you had to wipe it down yourself. I mean, I must have been like 5 years old. We're talking like late 70s. And I remember opening the door and I kind of hit the car next to us. My mom was so fucking pissed off. The guy had a nice car. He looked and he's like, I'm gonna need to see your insurance. I'll never forget that. My mom was so mad at me. Like, she was like, why the fuck did you get out of the car? I'm like, I don't know. But it just brought back memories. This Red Carpet, I just remember that popcorn. They give you free popcorn while you're waiting for your car. But I remember being that little and getting popcorn, and it just has that old feel to it. You know, you walk through that building, and you know, it's got like 60s, 70s vibe in it. Just walking through, there's a lot of history with that Red Carpet. It'll be a sad day when it closes down. You know, I don't know. I like the history aspect of certain things. There's a lot of things around town that are coming down that just brings back memories. You know, it's like a nostalgia. But yeah, it's like the world just keeps on moving, man, and a lot of these places, you know, have a lot of history, a lot of like blood, sweat, and tears. You know, I'm not getting them like emotional about it, but it's like it's sad, you know. Like, I'm just one of those guys that walks into an old house and can appreciate that it's still there, because I mean, houses nowadays seem to be like just slapped together with the cheapest material, and then it's like, you know, 100 times more expensive to buy it than, let's see, a house 100 years ago that's still standing. That says a lot about the craftsmanship that goes into it, you know. I don't know, I just appreciate old stuff. I'm one of those guys that walks into a museum and I can feel the energy, you know what I mean? Sometimes it makes me like emotional, sometimes it makes me kind of uneasy. And some of you might know what I'm talking about. You ever go into somebody's house and it just gives you the fucking creeps? Like, you feel the good energy, you feel the sad energy, you feel the evil, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I'm standing there waiting for my car, and I just get the bargain wash, and they just, you know, they run it through and they wipe it down real quick, but it's kind of like a half-assed thing. They don't give you any armor on or anything like that, because it's like, I go there like sometimes, you know, twice a week, so it's like I'm not gonna pay the more expensive whatever. But anyway, I'm standing there waiting for it to come, and I look down on the concrete, and there's this little kind of like 2x2 square, and it has written on it Bill Williams, February 16th, so 2/16/1966. And I'm like, wow, that's been here a while. And I've never noticed it because I've stood in that spot before. You know, I get my car washed, you know, sometimes twice a week, and I've never seen it before. But I noticed something. So there's kind of a newish concrete approach. You guys know what approach is? Basically where you drive up into it from the street. That's called an approach. And the approach is fairly new. It's new concrete. It's got like new style of you know, finishing on it with the grip. You know what I mean? It's not like the old ones that were just all smoothed out. Anyway, well, this 2x2 of Bill Williams classic concrete square, it looks like it was part of the old approach. Meaning, it was probably part of the old one. They just decided to keep it there. It was almost like, it was almost like the new concrete guys was kind of showing it a little respect. Like, no, we're going to keep this here. Like, it's a piece of history. You know what I mean? You ever watch like a video or see a picture and you're like, aw. That's what that did to me. It was like, oh, respect, you know? Like those concrete guys were like, we're gonna put this new approach in here, but Bill Williams stays. I don't know, it just gave me a good feeling. Anyway, I'd like to know who the fuck Bill Williams is. You know, which funny, Bill is short for William, right? So this fucking guy's name is William Williams. But February 16th, 1966. Okay, that's 7 years, almost 8 years before I was born. So that just goes to show you how long that concrete was there. Because I'm 51. So almost 60 years. Jesus Christ. So yeah, I guess I would give that a little respect too. Keep it there like it's a landmark. I don't know. Historical, maybe. I would say so. It's a fucking antique piece of concrete. Anyway, I just thought that was cool. A lot of memories at that red carpet. It's funny that I'm still going there after all these years. I remember my mom used to take me there all the time. And don't ask me why little kids think that's cool going through it, you know, and watching the... But they didn't have like 100, you know, teenagers working there, wiping it down. And they might have had one or two. Oh, babe's calling me. All right, guys.